Hey there, and welcome to the Deep Dive. We're your shortcut to getting genuinely well-informed fast. Today we're jumping headfirst into the world of library lending, specifically ELTE, University Library and Archives. Our goal here is to really unpack how you access their stuff, who can borrow, how tech makes it easier, and maybe some surprising bits about how it all works behind the scenes.
Yeah, it's easy to just think of libraries as places with books, but the services, especially lending, involve a lot of, well, planning. It's really about making sure knowledge is actually accessible, not just stored away. There's a whole system there.
Okay, so let's dig into that access part. Who actually gets to borrow? I read that ELTE is, well, pretty inclusive for a big university library. Is that right?
That's definitely the starting point.
Yeah.
Basically, anyone over 14 can get a borrower's card. Doesn't matter where you're from. And they've got this thoughtful rule, too. People with disabilities can authorize someone else in writing to borrow for them.
That's great. But I did notice, even with that open approach, you can't just borrow anything off the shelf, right? What's the deal there?
Right, exactly. That's where the library's role as sort of a guardian comes in.
Mhm.
The main thing you need to check is the lendable status in their online catalog, ELT Find. That tells you straight up. Things like journals or, special rare collections, things kept in the reading room, those usually have to stay put.
Why is that, typically?
Well, often it's because they're fragile or unique, or maybe they're core reference materials that researchers need to be able to consult in the library at any time.
Makes sense. And I saw a note, if something's only in their older, like digitized card catalog, but not yet fully in ELT Find, you actually need to ask staff. They have to check the status and maybe enter it online, which might take a day or two.
Exactly. It shows that transition,
Yeah.
moving decades, sometimes centuries of records into these new systems. It's not instant. And these restrictions, they aren't just random rules. They're about protecting really valuable stuff for the long haul while still letting people use what they can. It's a balance.
Okay, so once you know what you can borrow, what are the limits? I saw something like 10 items for most people.
Yeah, 10 documents for students and general readers. ELTE lecturers get a bit more leeway, 20 items. And the standard loan time is 3 weeks. Pretty typical.
But renewing that loan, that seems way easier now. Lots of options.
Oh, absolutely. They've really leaned into convenience there. You can renew through the ELTE Find catalog online, or use their ELTE library web app, or, the old-fashioned ways still work, email, phone call, even just popping in.
So, multiple channels. But there's a catch, isn't there, if someone else wants the book?
Right. If another reader has put a hold or reservation on the item, then you can't renew it. It needs to come back so the next person can get it. Fair is fair.
And the actual borrowing process, requesting books from storage, for example.
That's often surprisingly quick via ELTE Find. They say usually about 30 minutes for a warehouse request, which is pretty good. Means you can plan your visit quite efficiently.
And you don't always have to ask staff, right? There are self-service options.
Definitely. You can grab books directly from open shelves in some areas, and they have self-checkout terminals using RFID technology. Plus, this is quite neat. You can pre-order books online, so they're just waiting for you.
Mhm.
And they even have a book pickup automat, like a locker, in the lobby. So you can collect items even when the main desk is closed. Extended hours, basically.
Wow, okay. So they've really used tech to smooth things out, from ordering at home to picking up from a machine. What about returns?
Similar story. You can return in person, of course.
Yeah.
But they also have a smart shelf in the lobby, again using RFID. You just place the book on it, and boom, it's instantly registered as returned in the system. You can do that during longer hours, too.
Mhm.
Or if you really can't make it in, you can return by mail, though obviously you're responsible until it arrives.
And if you happen to owe any fees, you can pay online.
Yep, through the web app. Makes settling up pretty straightforward.
Okay, fees. Let's talk about the less fun part. What happens if you miss that 3-week deadline? Do they chase you immediately?
They give you a fair bit of warning, actually. You get email reminders 2 working days before the due date and another one on the due date. Plus, if you use the web app, you get extra alerts 5 days and 1 day before. So plenty of heads up.
But there's a grace period too, right?
Yes, a crucial 3-day grace period. Nothing happens penalty-wise during those 3 days. But if you go past that, the late fee starts. It's 60 florins per book, per calendar day. And here's the key thing. It's applied retroactively, including those grace period days.
Ouch. So day 4 means you owe for 4 days, not just 1.
Exactly, and it adds up. Plus, unpaid debt has bigger consequences. Your borrowing rights get suspended. Not just at that one library, but across all the libraries in the ELTE library service network.
And for students, it can affect their studies.
Yes, significantly. It can block you within Neptune, the university's study system. So you might not be able to, say, register for subjects or sign up for exams till the debt is cleared. There are other potential fees, too, like if they have to send you a formal reminder letter that's 300 forints plus postage.
And losing a book.
That gets expensive. You pay the current market price to replace it, plus a 2,000 forint administrative fee. And losing your reader card costs 500 forints to replace. So, keep track of things.
Right. So summing up this deep dive, ELTE's library system seems like a really interesting blend. It's remarkably accessible, uses tech smartly for convenience, but it also has pretty clear rules and consequences.
Absolutely. And if you think about the bigger picture, those rules, even if they seem a bit strict sometimes, they're essential for that balance we mentioned. The university library has this dual responsibility, ensuring people can access the documents now sustainably over the long term, but also making sure those documents are protected, preserved for the future. It's a constant juggling act.
That really puts it into perspective. It makes you wonder, doesn't it? How do libraries all over the world manage that tightrope walk, making knowledge open today while safeguarding it for everyone who comes after us? Something to think about.